So let us take a brief tour of the progress of the work here at Dugan Lake. We saw the beautiful lake, the buildings that are intact and do not need much. And as we walk across here, we see some of the storage sheds, and inside of them there is equipment that we got along together with this farm. And when I first saw this little chicken house, which doesn't have any chickens in it, of course, I thought, this is cute enough, I could live there. But I guess it's a little bit cold in the winter. When I look at this beautiful building here on the right, and I think that one day there will be a group of young students sitting in there thinking about the three angels' messages and how to present them to the world. You know, when people hear about the three angels' messages, they think of those few verses in the book of Revelation, but the entire gospel is encased in those three angels' messages. Everything, even the lifestyle, it is the right arm of the third angel's message. And that first angel's message, worship God and give glory to Him. The whole creation plan, the whole restoration plan, the everlasting gospel of salvation in Jesus Christ. The second angel's message, Babylon has fallen, and all that it entails, all the ramifications of the fallen churches throughout the world. That's what will be discussed in that building, and how to say to people, come out of her, my people, that you receive not of her plagues. This is the message that has been entrusted to us. Do not accept the mark of the beast. Do not become part of that system. We are saved by grace through faith, which is fulfilled in acts of obedience to God. And here on the right, work in progress, the noise of the building. This is where the offices will be. And this was a horse shed. And to think that every horse had a beautiful space that is the same size as you need for an office. The internet cables will be going in here, fiber optics, the channels have been dug, everything will be in place, and God has just miraculously opened doors to provide all of these things. But that building over there is the miracle of this place. And that space will provide the facilities for creating the video productions and for having a facility where people can actually sit and watch the production or take part in the production as an audience, where we can have camp meetings, where we can have school facilities, where we can have hands-on training as to how to bring the message by every electronic means possible to the people. And it was all there. This is absolutely incredible. When we think of the price that it would cost to construct such a building, and it's all here. And that price was not indicative of what this place was worth. It's amazing. It's like a gift that's just been put there for us to use. And I'm sure you saw how the concrete went in there and how God provided the means and the machinery. Little things like this show us that God is in control. And what do we have around us? Green fields, beautiful green fields. Listen to the sound of the equipment. They're painting the walls now, our workers, and we're so pleased to see these things happening. Would you care to take a look over there? Now, who would expect a fire engine in a place like this? And do you mean to tell me this place has its own fire engine? Well, yes, it does. Now, Doesn't that cost a fortune? Doesn't it cost a fortune to have a fire engine? Well, it just so happens that the little town down the road here was upgrading its firefighting facilities, and they were selling a fully operational fire engine with all the pumps, all the equipment, everything that was needed for $5,000. Unbelievable. And so we thought, well, you know, if a fire breaks out, this will be a great asset. We moved it to this place. They gave us training as to how to use it. Young Mackenzie, who was very interested, got into the nitty-gritties, explained it to some of the other members here of AD, and it was there for just a few days, within a week. And somewhere on this property, by circumstances beyond our control, a fire broke out, and immediately everything was available and it was put out. Now, just those little things. I mean, it's just amazing to have a fully operational fire engine that must cost a fortune with all its equipment just being provided. Yeah, AD, you can have it for virtually nothing. Unbelievable. Let's have a look. And here is old Fiery Joe, a fully functional, operational fire truck. My goodness, I've never sat in one of these in my entire life. Watch out, here I come. This is fascinating. It's in a beautiful nick. Not perfect, but fully operational. It only has 162,000 kilometers on the clock. Well, I wonder how all this stuff works. There are so many levers here. I must get young Mackenzie to show me what's happening here. What if I pull the wrong one? Well, pressure gauges, water in, foam out, pump cooler, lights, valve controls, lights, dials. It's like an airplane. Magnificent ladders, hoses, pumps. I assume there's a massive water capacity in here. I wonder what's inside of these things. Storage area, air brakes, wrenches, equipment can go in there. Ah, hoses and spouts. Well, you know what? Who knows? Perhaps sometime in the future somebody will be in trouble and we can lend a helping hand. And perhaps it'll be a contact, an opening wedge for the truth to enter in. I can thank the Lord for small blessings like this that show us that He is concerned and that He cares, even in things such as these. Here's a beautiful field, and the water system is in there. And we'll have a field of vegetables and perhaps a greenhouse here. Not that we will become farmers, but so that we can work on the land and work in the Lord's vineyard, and people can be exposed to the lifestyle. You know, people have become so used to going to a supermarket, grabbing a thing off the shelf. What if that thing is no longer on the shelf? We've had so many occasions where within 1 week, within one weekend, in the cities, shelves empty. If all supply stops, it's a few days and everything's gone. We need to get to the point where we know how to take care of ourselves. It's part of our directive. It's part of our message. Not that we are sensationalists or think that we must become recluses or have a monastic system. No, we work the cities. We go into the highways and byways. But we'll be able to do this. And even if we never ever use it, God said it's beneficial for the mind, it's beneficial for the body, it's beneficial for the health, it's beneficial for your psychological condition. There's nothing more therapeutic than getting your fingers in the soil for about an hour a day. Let's bring balance into the message. This is what we want. So who knows what will grow on this field? Potatoes? Beans? Fruit trees perhaps? And I would be so grateful if the Lord would come before one of them bears. But the very activity which God has planted into man is enough already to make him psychologically whole, spiritually connected with the source of all life. So here is the hub of AD. This is what it's about. Because AD is not about buildings. AD is about message driven. There, over there in that barn will be the capacity to bring the message to the world. Here will be the electronic and the internet hub, and here will be the recording studio and everything that goes with it. And I want to invite you to be part of this great venture, to take part in spreading the three angels' messages to the world, and to be part of this great Advent movement. May God bless you as you become a partner in this venture. Thank you.